Hello dreamers, this is Vandana Dutt welcoming you on my YouTube channel. लास्ट वीडियो में गाइस हमने पढ़ा था डाटाबेस मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम के बारे में. आज हम पढ़ेंगे डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ डाटाबेस मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम जो हम यूज़ करते हैं डाटाबेस को मैनेज करने के लिए. तो आइए आज की वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं. Let's talk about the types of DBMS that we are going to study in my today's video. First is hierarchical database, second network database, third ER database means entity relationship database, and the fourth one is relational database. So let's get started. Our first hierarchical database. Hierarchical databases means it has tree-like structure. It works in a tree-like structure, whether bottom up or top down. It works in both of these approaches. Second one is it has parent-child relationship. Parent-child relationship, it work on the parent-child relationship. In the example, you are watching this shoe node, which is a parent node. Parent node for what? Men's and women's shoes. And this women's shoes is a parent node for high heels and ballets. Same as with the men's shoes. Men's shoes is a parent node for sport shoes and sneakers. So guys, there is a parent and children relationship where there is a no relationship between the children. Yes, there is a relationship, like high heels and bellies are related with the shoe term, but yes, in logic term, or you can say when we save data in a logical form in this database, hierarchical database model, we never perform or show any relationship between the children, right? Advantages of hierarchical model: it is very simple and fast to traverse through a tree-like structure. Tree-like structure where you can traverse very fastly because you know the path and you have the simple algorithms to follow when you are storing, retrieving or managing any data. The integrity of data is always maintained. Talking about the disadvantages of hierarchical model, the first one is complex relationship are not supported. The second one is if a parent node is deleted, then the child node is automatically deleted. For example, these are the children and this is the parent node, and these are the another children node of this parent node. The complex relation are not hold because there is no relationship between the children. Whenever you need to show the relationship between the children or you need to solve any query in which you need to find out the relationship between the children, you will never solve. You can never solve actually because there are no algorithms for the children relationship in this hierarchical model. And whenever the parent node is deleted, for example, if we delete this node, the whole this nodes or these nodes will be deleted whenever we will delete the parent node. So these are the disadvantages of hierarchical model. Let's talk about network model. In network model, first it is the extension of hierarchical model. Whatever the disadvantages were in the hierarchical model, it will solve those disadvantages. Now let's look at these points. First, it has many-to-many relationship as well as one-to-many relationship, whereas in hierarchical model there is only one-to-many relationship, whereas network model hold these two relationship themes. The second point is it has graphical representation of data, whereas hierarchical model use the tree representation of data. It shows data in the form of graphs. It uses graphs. Third, it uses circular linked list. Circular linked list means, for example, if we have two nodes, then it will have the pointer here which will be having the address of another node. Whenever we are going to another node, it will already have the address. So Let's look at the diagram of this. First we have college. Their parent node is college. Then it has two children node. There are CSE department and library, and they have one children student. So in this we have first one to many relationship and many to one relationship, right? In this, children are also related to each other, whereas if you want to go to the student node, then there are number of different paths, like you can go from college then CSE then student, or you can go from college to library and then library to student. So there are many paths from where you can go to any children node through a parent node. Let's talk about the advantages of network model. The data can be accessed faster as compared to hierarchical model, because hierarchical model only works with one-to-many relationship, whereas network model works with many-to-many relationship also. The data can be accessed in many ways. Yes, you have different paths and different ways from your can go from parent node to children node. There are many ways and you can opt for any way. The third point is data integrity is present. If you will change in this parent node, then their change will be affected to these children node also. So there is a because of parent-child relationship and child-to-child relationship also, the data integrity is always there. Let's talk about the disadvantages of network model. First is the complex system. As it move with the many-to-many relationship, as it work on many-to-many relationship, sometimes it is possible that there are thousands of children and thousand number of parent node. Then the relation between them and the algorithm that we will use to handle this can make a system complex. Any changes like updation, deletion and insertion is a very complex, because there many-to-many and one-to-one relationship thing. If we are going to delete this node, or if you are going to insert something over here, then it will affect whole of the children nodes. The next is entity relationship model. First of all, it is a high level data model diagram. It develops a conceptual design for the database. Conceptual design means whole design of the database. It's performed in the conceptual level, like constraints, what rules will be performed, what policies we will be having while making the databases, the structure of the database, structure of data, relationship between tables and security to provide the authorization to different users. All will be handled in this conceptual design, which is basically and maximum times we use entity relationship model in this. Second is graphical representation for better understanding. We represent real world entities. First of all, we represent real world entities in the pictorial form to make it easy for the clients to understand the proper working of databases. It is a visual tool which help developers and stakeholders to understand better. ER diagram is used as a visual tool for whom the developers and the users to understand the database very accurately. Components. While talking about the components of ER diagram, the first component is entity. It is a real world thing, person, place, for example student, teacher. These are the entity names. The second thing is attribute. Attribute is a property of attribute. Attribute is a property of entity. An entity contain a real world property called attribute. Now this is a student, and name of the student, age of the student, address of the student. So these three are the properties of this entity student. And the third one is relationship. It tells how two attributes are related. Now how these two attributes are related, we will show through the relationship in the entity. Take an entity relationship diagram as an example. For example, this is table teacher and this is the table department. So we have these two tables. Table teacher has these instances, or you can say properties, like teacher name, teacher ID, mobile number, age and salary. These are the properties of teacher. And this is the department table, which has two instances, department ID and department name. So these two tables are working independently. We are connecting these tables through a relationship component work for. When we apply work for relationship to these two department tables, only then these two tables will be connected to each other. So these are the three components. First is entity, which is a table name teacher or department. Then the attributes, which are the properties of these two entities. And the third one is the relationship between these two entities. While talking about the advantages of ER model, first advantages is it is very simple and very easy to build. Another is effective communication tool. It's like a visual tool which help developers and customers to understand better. For example, it's a person. It will show person table has or can have only one passport. Now person can have only one passport. The third is easy conversion to any model. This model can be converted to any another model like network model, hierarchical model because of its easy designing. Right? For example, student is relation studying in college. Right? Now talk advantages of ER model. The first is no industry standard for notation. It may be possible that developer is using some symbols which another developer cannot understand. For example, it uses a rectangle for entity and this oval for attribute. It may be possible that another or any other developer cannot understand the meaning of these symbols. So the next point is hidden information. Some information might be lost or hidden in the ER model because it shows you the visually diagrams of the working of the model. It may possible that it will not show you the trivial entity or the weak entity or the weak tables. For example, we have table bank and we have table customer and we have table nominee, right? So first, now bank is directly connected to customer and customer is directly connected to nominee. Bank is not connected to nominee if they have not the table customer in between them. Customer has made a FD in which he has given the name of nominees and he has submitted that FD to bank. Now bank is related to nominee if the customer is present. In ER models, it may possible they will not show you the details about nominee table as they show you the high level view data. It's a high level model, so it always show you the main view of the user. So this was the ER table. Guys, if you want to learn like the detail about ER model, I will give you the link in my description box so that you can go to that video and learn this ER model concept in detail. So next, the relational model. The data is maintained in the form of two-dimensional table. Yes guys, two-dimensional means rows and columns. In rows and column, the data will be maintained. These are the rows and this is the columns, right? The basic structure of relational model is table. whenever we'll talk about relational model, we will be talking about the tables. In relational model, tables are also known as relation. Tables are also known as relations, so the model is known as the relational table. For this example, we have an employee table. This is employee ID, employee name, job name, what job he is doing, what salary he is getting, what's his mobile number, department ID and project ID. So employee ID after A001, after A002, after A003, these are the employee names and junior analyst, salary, mobile number, department ID 232, project ID 99, 100 and 65. So guys, this after A001, John, engineer, and this whole information which you are seeing is known as rows, tuples, and these informations in the vertical manner, the information you are watching is column, attribute, instance. These are the three names you can give to the column: column, attribute, instance, row, column, right? So this is the rows, these are the rows and these are the columns. So this is the two-dimensional view of data in relational table. While talking about advantages and disadvantages, the first one is advantages. It can be used with little training or no training. Second, modification of database is easy, as you can update, retrieve data, and you can delete data, and you can insert data very easily in the table format which relational table uses. The third is simple. It is very simple as compared to hierarchical design and network model design. It is scalable. Scalable means you can add and make change in databases by adding the number of rows and columns according to your need. The fourth one, the last one, is structural independence. We can make changes in database structure. You can change database structure without changing the way to access the data. You need not to change the way how you access the data, but you can make changes in the structure of data. The disadvantages are hardware overhead and bad designs. Due to number of tables, like 1,000 or lakhs numbers of numerous number of tables, it is sometimes very difficult to make the relation between all the tables, so deadlock can occur. Hardware overhead, how? When we compute information from tables, when we fetch information from the tables, sometimes it takes a lot of time, a lot of bandwidth consumption because of numbers of tables. So hardware overhead can be occur. And the second one is the So this was all about the today's video, types of DBMS. Thank you so much for watching the videos. Please subscribe the channel for more updates and for more videos. Thank you so much.